Hello, my name is Summer. Thank you so much for joining me for another summer session. We're about to get into today's energy, so if you're curious what might be going on, stick around. We're about to get into it. All right, let's start with the Citadel card per usual. The twins. Oh man, yeah. Dual natures, self-protection. Okay, let's get into this energy and see what this card talks about. This card relates to a specific relationship in your life. You and the other person are bound together, but past traumas are blocking your ability to make this a harmonious relationship. Be kind and take time to reassess your behavior. Are you really being fair to the other person? How are you continuing old habits or resentments? There is kindness in acknowledging that we're all human. Okay, yeah, so you might have a bit of a conflict with somebody else, and you guys both might be in the same spot, just on different ends of the spectrum. So let's see how this is pertaining in your life right now, and check that out with some traditional tarot. If you're not interested in seeing the cards come out, you're welcome to skip ahead. Dang. Wow. Dang. King of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay, so with us starting with the Nine of Swords, this tells me that something about this situation with this other person has really had you overthinking a lot, maybe really anxious, maybe replaying a lot of fights in your head. And honestly, I don't feel like this has lasted too long because the Judgment and the Death card are here. So this tells me that while you were feeling that way, you entered a transformation and things won't be the same. I feel like you're really changing how you respond to these types of situations, and you're going to be just doing it differently. And I see that you've kind of locked in and decided to really look at your life, really zoom out instead of being in your head, being really focused on how can I see the reality here. I feel like you understand that this is like a dual nature type of situation where this person is living the way they want to and you're living the way that you want to, and you have to kind of figure out this happy medium. I've been doing a lot of research on yin and yang recently, and I found out the origins of yin and yang last night. So I feel like you're trying to find your harmony while also respecting this other person. And maybe not, maybe you're kind of going a little more aggressively or maybe too soft, but either way, you're trying to figure out how you want to move forward in this in a healthy way. I definitely see that you do have some habits of holding on to things. Maybe there's something about the situation that is causing you so much anxiety because there's something you haven't let go of. This is something maybe from the past. This might be bringing up past traumas. And honestly, I do see that you're working on that. So with the Eight of Pentacles, this is saying that you understand that you have this issue and you're trying to move forward on it. You're trying to get yourself to a place where you're happier and not allowing this type of energy to weigh you down. I'm feeling a weight here that has maybe been carried with you, like kind of a baggage type of thing. And I just heard the song Bags by Clairo yesterday, so maybe go look that up. But I definitely feel like you entering this place of wanting to work on yourself and wanting to work on the situation and maybe work on your viewpoint. Maybe nothing has really happened in the physical yet. It just seems like a lot of stagnancy, a lot of kind of sitting in your own energy, like really focusing on this and doing reflection. And now I see that you're moving forward and trying to get out of it and trying to, you know, find your way through it. I also saw something that was talking about, it was a meme. It was like when you realize you have to go through it, or when you realize the only way to get out of it is through it. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm seeing here. And I really feel like with the tower being next, I don't feel like these energies are connected. I almost feel like you're going the route that leads to your peace and not the route that leads to chaos. I do see a tower falling. Like there is a lot ending here and a lot starting, but I don't see that you're involving yourself in that chaotic energy that's kind of trying to lure you in, is what I'm feeling. But you've been doing a really good job of kind of just sticking on your own and finding that new path. You've broken free from the constraints, and I'm noticing how they're wearing the same clothing, but this time you have protection of your head and you're not allowing yourself to fall victim to these things anymore. Maybe that energy tries to come back around, but you do really good of not allowing yourself to stay in it for long. You feel it, but you don't stay there. And I feel like this is key to being able to move forward from anything, you know, not getting lost in the sauce and getting, you know, weighed down by the own weight of your emotions. You're really learning how to move forward, trust yourself, and break free from any constraints that are actually illusions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're able to take a step back and really view everything from a solid stance and understand that the only way to find a conclusion to this is enter it with love. Because when you're entering something, when you're trying to solve something with negativity and anger and resentment, that does not get you moving forward. That keeps you stuck in that cycle forever. So I don't know, there's this energy of acceptance that needs to happen, understanding that not everything is going to be exactly how you want it. Letting go. There's a lot of that energy here, but this takes a lot of strength. So finding this loving place takes a lot of strength. And it doesn't mean that you have to be living with this person or necessarily in harmony with them, but it's almost just like, I respect you, you respect me. Obviously, our energies just don't mix, kind of like oil and water. You just can't put them together. It doesn't really end well. So it is just what it is, of like, okay, I have love for you, you have love for me, let's shake hands and walk away. I don't know. That's definitely an energy that's coming through as well. So it might be showing up differently for all of you. Maybe some of you will find that, you know, harmonious partnership together. Some of you finding that harmonious partnership apart, right? So however it looks for you, it's going to take strength to move through this and to actually end the cycle. And something I'm noticing here is the Sphinx with the sword. It's kind of just saying like, you have the power and the authority to cut the ties, to cut the cycle, to cut this in half. I don't know. Whatever it is, you're cutting the shit and you're moving forward with an opportunity. I'm almost seeing like a balloon that you cut free, and it's funny because there's a balloon that is cut free right in front of me and I wasn't even looking at it. But yeah, so it's almost like you've detached this thing so that you can carry forward. I don't know. I feel like maybe this thing was really keeping you stuck, and it might hurt at first. It might feel weird in the beginning, but you're going to feel really good about it after you get through those weird beginners first steps. And dude, to end on the King of Pentacles, this is saying that you have whatever you need, and if you don't have it now. Oh man, I heard a song the other day. I think it was by U2. What you don't have, you don't need it now. So if you're tripping about losing this thing, I wouldn't, because anything that's leaving your life is meant to leave your life. Anything that's meant to stay in your life is meant to stay in your life. So, you know, letting go of that questioning, I feel like, is what's really taking you to the next level of like, well, if this is falling apart, it must be meant to. And that's what this is about. It's like, yep, the tower's falling. Let's get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, it's time to go before the debris affects us. So I don't know. I feel like you got to remember not only to give love to other people, but is this a loving act for yourself? Is keeping this person in your life a loving act, or is letting this person go a loving act? You know, and I feel like it's hard to get to the bottom of that. I think that's why there's so much reflective energy in here, is because you've really been doing the work of getting to the bottom of what you feel instead of just running away like everybody else does. Well, no, I'm not going to say everybody else, but a lot of people do. And so, yeah, it's, oh man, I just realized self-protection. I was so focused on dual natures, but self-protection, dude. Whoa. Yeah, so connecting the dots, putting the pieces together, finding your balance. So, yeah, let's get some... Wow, 3 of fire. I believe that's 3 of wands. Let's get some good tarot, some confirmational messages. 8 of air. Three of air. Yeah, this card has been coming out a lot. Whoa, a lot of air. That's crazy. So a lot of sword energy. And sword energy is all about taking your power back. Really, oh my God. And then 6 of air at the bottom. Jesus Christ. Dude. Swords are all about communication, self-expression, all that. So I feel like you're really reclaiming yourself, reclaiming your power, and cutting yourself free. Because remember, I was saying the sword here, so that's kind of crazy. Yeah. I don't know. Let's just dive into this. So yeah, fire is wands. So expansion of opportunities, the fullness of creativity, achievement. I am on the right path towards my success. I have abundance of opportunities before me. I need to trust myself, dude, yes, for I can make choices for myself and create situations and relationships that are in harmony with my heart's desire. Yeah, you're letting go of what's not working for you anymore, and you're accepting what is, because this is your fucking life and you have control over a lot more than you might realize. So take that power back and utilize it to create the life that you do want, and bring in the people you do want in your life that actually, you know, help you and support you instead of tear you down and take you back to square one. Wow. 8 of air. Release from denial, seeing things as they are, clarity. With spirit at my side encouraging me, I open my eyes to see things as they really are. To be disillusioned is to free myself from illusions that keep me from the growth and healing I deserve. So I bid goodbye to illusions that have clouded my vision. Honesty gives me strength and courage to face whatever I have to face. Yeah, and I feel like this was a hard thing to face, like the fact that you needed to walk away from whatever this was, or reset those boundaries, or, you know, whatever you're going through. But I really feel like letting go and releasing yourself from that denial or that anxiety that was keeping you clouded, this is going to change everything. And, you know, 3 of air is 3 of swords, so I'm sure you guys know that card. It's hard to forget that card because it's the heart with all the swords going through. So with 3 of air, you know, this is more positive, and it says silver linings, natural departures, rejection is God's protection. So this is seriously on point for this theme that's going on right now within the energy. You know, Cancer energy, it seems like it'd be lighthearted. Oh, water is so beautiful and pure. It's actually really hard to have water in your chart. Water is a tough one because it can create a lot of illusions and a lot of doubt. You know, I'm a Cancer sun and a freaking Scorpio moon. It is really hard to get to the bottom of things sometimes, because right when you think you're at the bottom, oh no, there's a deeper point that you can get to, that you can find a lot in. It's like always something to find in there, and it's difficult. So, but the moral of this card, I really feel like, is rejection is God's protection. And that's what I was saying with like letting the tower fall, because if it's leaving your life, it's supposed to. King of air, intellectual authority, reason over instinct, intellect over passion, successful negotiation, rules, laws. Truth is everything. I think before I act. I work the universal laws with clear intention. Do I see how the foundations of the past affect the present and future? Yeah, so I feel like you've understood. You've got to the bottom of where you were trying to get and found your truth. You found your sword of self-expression. You know, this is you. This is what you want. This is what you believe to be right. So how can you honor that within yourself and not just bend to the will of everybody else? New ideas, a theory not yet proven, curiosity, new focus. This calls for greater investigation as we've only scratched the surface. I don't really know. That's interesting. If I explore this way of thinking, what can I learn? So yeah, you're on a brand new path, and notice how there's both these boats here. Interesting. Water I'm talking about, you know. So yeah, this is really all coming together. And with 6 of air, it says, rite of passage, a necessary change in thinking to gain greater wisdom. Dude, you shifted your perspective. You shifted your mindset and said, this is not how I'm supposed to feel in this. I know that there is a way through this where I can feel better about my standings and where the situation is going. So how do I get to the bottom of that? I really feel like you investigated your own feelings and decided, wait, was investigation this one? Yeah, wait, hold on. Oh no, it said negotiation, but I definitely feel like you investigated your own subconscious. You went to the bottom of the depths and said, I'm not going to live with this type of shit in my heart. I'm going to go to the depths of my heart and figure this out. And you did. You set out for that journey and you came back with greater wisdom. It says, however turbulent the waters at the moment, I trust that if I create calm within, my outer conditions will soon be calm too. I am conditioned to expect troubles ahead, but I've shifted my awareness and know that I can choose to believe that stepping into the unknown will bring me what I truly desire. I am in a transition to something better. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a great place to end it on that round of cards. But yeah, this is really saying you are letting go. And it's interesting because I'm seeing this like a hot air balloon of like really trying to, you know, get things up in the air and go somewhere new. You're like going on an airplane and you're landing on what is right for you. Because maybe the area you're in, this could be physical. You may actually be going somewhere, or you may actually just be doing this internally, but you really are changing a lot for yourself. And I don't know, I think you should get really excited about this journey and where it's going to take you, because I don't think you're expecting this. Look at the bigger picture. Zoom out and look at everything in a different light, because maybe you're not seeing something. If this feels resonatory for you, resonatory, is that a word? I don't know. If this resonates for you, then you have the ability to walk the path that leads you out of the darkness. And when I say that, it's basically saying, although you may have not gotten to the point where you're feeling amazing yet, the fact that you landed on this video is saying that you have the potential to land where I'm telling you you could land. You know what I'm saying? This is a potential reading. You have the potential to find your peace within this chaos. So even if you're still here, you have the potential to get all the way to the King of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, believe in the impossible. So if you're sitting here thinking, oh, that, you know, I don't think I can do that. You know, she's just saying a bunch of positive shit just to make everybody happy. No, this is the potential of where energy could go. I'm not predicting the future. I'm just saying this is the energy right now, and these are the potentials that you could have. So stop doubting yourself. Expect powerful change, and a fiery climax approaches. Man, I feel like these two have been coming out a lot too. A lot of these cards, you know, keep like the same themes have been coming out recently. So I just find that interesting. Hold your vision. I feel like you know what you want, but maybe you're just scared to go get it. let go of everything that is weighing you down and hold on to what's bringing you up. Because apparently you need to be in the air right now. And we do have the North Node shifting into Aquarius pretty soon, so that might be why. It might be time to take flight, whether you're ready for it or not. There's going to be a lot of changes coming. Spirit guides. Listen to them. They have insight, guidance, and they help you find your purpose. Listen to what they have to tell you. They are giving you little nuggets of wisdom every single day. You know, I've been, really stressed about certain situations, and whenever I get really stressed, I keep seeing every time I drive, like, keep going. We got your back. Keep going. Like, we got you. I keep seeing that, and it helps me feel better every single time. I'm not saying it eliminates my anxiety, but it definitely helps me feel better. And having that in mind makes it easier to keep going. Family connections. So rely on your family right now. They want to be there for you. They want to help you through this. And if the problem is with your family, maybe rely on your chosen family too. It's not just about blood. It's about people that you connect to, respect, people, kinship. So anyone that you feel part of a community, they might be able to be some extra support as you move through this, because this is heavy. This, when a reading has the Judgment and the Death card together, this tells me you're going through a massive rebirth. And it is year one, if you're into numerology. This is year one. So everything is ending and beginning right now. And it's not a simple time. It actually takes a lot of energy out of you. And it comes with a lot of grief, because you're letting go of so much. So really give yourself some grace as you move through this. If you've been exhausted lately, that's normal. It's okay to feel that. I have been, a lot of people I know have just been out of it, especially sensitive people that are sensitive to energy. So if that's you, give yourself some grace right now. I'm giving you permission to allow yourself to sleep in, allow yourself to take a nap. Don't beat yourself up and fall for the fucking societal norms of working till you die. So that's why I took a couple of days off there, because I just had to honor myself. So thank you guys so much for joining me. If this resonated for you, let me know how in the comments. I'm a little rusty, so if I'm all over the place, that's why. But anyways, thank you guys. And if you're interested in more from me, check out my description box below. I have all my information there. And yeah, thank y'all. Have a good one. Bye.